What's up, friends? Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to chat about some of the key principles from the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Great book. I found it super impactful. It helped give me some additional clarity in my life and the way that I think about things. And I'm not going to preach or proselytize and tell you that this is the way that you should be thinking, but I found value here, so I figured it would be worth sharing. Let's get into it. Let's start by talking about some key thought patterns of the non-essentialist. So the non-essentialist will think things like, I have to do X, or it's all important, and how can I fit it all in? The essentialist, on the other hand, thinks, I choose to do X. What really matters? What are the trade-offs? And trade-offs are an interesting thing because as much as we might want to avoid the reality of trade-offs, we can never truly escape them. Whenever we say yes to one thing, we are inherently saying no to another thing because we only have a finite amount of time and energy. For example, every day we wake up with a set amount of energy. The non-essentialist does a lot of bit of things and makes a little bit of progress. Now the essentialist, on the other hand, wakes up with the same amount of energy and focuses on one thing and is able to make substantial progress. This is the value of thinking and living in this essentialist way. So, okay, great, Tyler, but how do we get there? So we need to do a few things, right? We could simplify it and say that we need to explore, eliminate, and execute. Let's use the analogy of cleaning out our closets. So if you're like me, you've probably got a number of garments in there that maybe don't look so great, but we keep them because, well, everybody knows fashions come back around every handful of years, or the cut's not right. But one day, through magic, it will fit the way we want it to. Right, so we keep them. So to begin, and this is the exploring phase, what are our options? What's in our closet? Now to begin the elimination process, we need to ask a few clarifying questions. Things like, do I love this garment? Do I feel great when I wear this? Do I wear it often? If the answer is no to any of these questions, we need to take it out of our closet and put it into the eliminate pile. Now, a question that we can ask ourselves that is more directly related to our daily lives is, will this task bring me closer to my ultimate goal? If not, take it out of your closet, right? And it is ripe for examination and then elimination. Now, come back to our closet, or to the pile on the floor, and it's hard to eliminate. We have what's called a sunk cost bias. Right? Meaning things that we've either invested time or money into to us have more value than the marketplace may actually pay for. And so you've worn this shirt for a year and you ask, well, how much is it worth to you? You might say $10. But in reality, it's a $2 shirt. Or even less. You know, for me, there's a lot of skills. You take time to learn something only to find out, well, it's not as marketable or as useful as I thought it was. It's hard to cut ties and move on, but it's what we need to do. So that's the eliminate phase. And after we eliminate, we need to execute. Now, to execute requires some structure. Now, I know there's people out there saying, structure, such a male thing to say. Chill. Let's think about water for a moment. If you break water down to its anatomical elements, or to its atomic level rather, you notice that there's a very clean and simple structure. H2O. This simple structure allows water to be infinitely flexible. And so maybe by adding the right amount of structure in the right places, we too can unlock our next level of flow and of flexibility and introduce that level into our lives. So maybe structure can set us free. Say, okay, great. So now we know that we need to explore what's available to us, what are our options, eliminate the things that aren't going to serve us moving towards our goals, and then create a structure for us to execute. But there's one key thing that we're missing. Where are we going? What are we trying to do? And for everybody, that's going to be different. So I'll leave you with this final question. If you could be excellent at only one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Alright, now if you're bold enough, feel free to share what your life's goal and what your passion is in the comments below. I'd love to know what it is that you'd like to focus on. And if you found any value here today, like and subscribe. And until I see you next time, stay safe, take care.